kids enjoying the conference so far? Welcome to one of your wellbeing sessions. Today we're going to focus on some chair-based yoga, as we've all been doing a lot more sitting on our bottoms, particularly with telemedicine or working from home. And as we start emerging back towards more face-to-face sessions, it still remains important that we make sure we keep moving periodically through the day. There's good recommendations from various parties and also research evidence that suggests that taking micro breaks not only helps with your physical function and fitness, helps reduce the risk of back pains and other musculoskeletal aches and pains from developing, but it also helps with our concentration. So hopefully with today's short session, we'll be able to start just gently stretching and making our minds active, ready for the next session this afternoon. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to start in an upright position, feet sensible, sort of hip width apart, hands resting, palms up on your laps. And we're first of all just going to start working from the neck, and then we're going to work the upper torso and chest, lower down into the spine, and then a general sort of breathing exercise to finish. So first of all, facing straight ahead, gently tuck your chin in slightly, and we're going to turn to the right and back to the centre and to the left and back to centre, and repeat and back to centre and the other way and back to centre. And this last one, if you feel comfortable to do so, breathe out using the hand of the side you're turning to on the side of your face. Gently stretch and back to the centre. Same the other way. Now don't do this if you do suffer from a little bit of dizziness or if you're known to have VBI issues. And just rest at that centre point. Take a breath in. And breathe out. Hands on your tummy, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, we're next going to do a stretch which is called the cow-cat stretch. We're going to move our upper torso, and it's a stretch of the upper back, neck and around the scapulae. So putting the hands between the legs, gently taking the head forwards, curl it down, and stretch the upper back. Breathe out. And breathe in as you come back up and sit tall. And repeat. And back up. And one more, really rounding the shoulders. Stretch between the shoulder blades. And back up. Rest back in the chair, hands on your tummy, and breathe naturally, bringing that breath down to your diaphragm. Okay, one thing that I've certainly noticed whilst I've been working from home over the last few months is I tend to get some spinal stiffness in my upper thoracic spine. So the next stretch we're going to do is called a seated chair twist. With this, you're going to take your arm behind the backrest of the chair, either a desk chair, dining chair, and stretch and breathe out. And then relax. chair, reach round, breathe out. centre, and repeat. Arm behind the chair, stretch around, breathe out. Back to the centre, and the other way. One more each way. Hold for a count of 3. Back to the centre, and the other way. Back to the centre. Next we're going to do something called a chest opener. So you're going to bring yourself a little bit close to the edge of the seat. Arms and fists, palms pointing away from you. And you're going to lean forward from the hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And back. And again, take it forwards from the hips. Stretch. And back. And again, last one. Chest opener. Stretch back. Open those shoulder blades and squeeze. And back to the centre. Next we're going to do a little bit of a stretch for around the hips, but in one of my other sessions later on in the conference we're going to do a little bit more hip work that's a bit more dynamic, because sitting with our hips flexed all day long is not good for our iliopsoas. This stretch is a stretch more for around the back, and we'll stretch part of your lower trunk and around the gluteal and piriformis area. So we're going to do a pigeon stretch. Taking your foot up onto the opposite leg, and lean forwards and breathe. Hold the position for 3 seconds and then relax. And we're going to do 3 on each side, so we'll repeat that same side, bringing the foot up and stretch by leaning forward at the hip. You should feel this stretching just around the back of the buttock and hip, upper thigh area. And relax. And repeat. Okay, and then we'll repeat it on the opposite side. And some of you might find one side is a little bit tighter than the other. If you've got any leg length differences, sometimes notice there's a difference on the sides that way. Okay, the second one, bringing the ankle up and lean forwards. And relax, and just breathe. And then final one. And relax. The next stretch we're going to do is a stretch around the back, more on the lower back and hips. And we're going to do a fold forwards. So a forward fold, we're going to reach down between our legs, tuck our head in, and then come back up. Elongate the spine on the return, and then come back down into the fold. If you can, touch the floor. If you can't,
try and work gently towards that.
And come back up. Last one. Forward roll, downwards.
Try and keep your legs straight.
And back up. And then to finish off with, we're going to do a really nice breathing exercise with a stretch of the upper torso and arms as a salute the sun, but in a seated position. So make sure you've got enough space around you, not near any bookshelves. You're going to bring both the arms out to the side and up above your head and breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and out. And last time, breathe in and breathe out. And hopefully that's given everything a little bit of a loosen up around your trunk and your torso, your shoulders and your neck, and you feel ready for the next session.